Now, with the universe at his feet, Goku becomes a tyrant, ruling over countless planets with an iron fist. No longer the protector of the innocent, he is the feared emperor of a galactic empire. The few who dare to oppose him are crushed in battle, as the legend of the Dark Saiyan Goku spreads far and wide. Under the harsh training of the Red Ribbon Army, Goku was pushed beyond his limits. No longer the cheerful boy we know, he became cold, calculating, and ruthless. His Saiyan blood made him an unparalleled fighter, and the Red Ribbon Army saw him as the key to their global conquest. As Goku grew into his prime, he became the strongest warrior on Earth. Under his command, the Red Ribbon Army decimated any resistance. No longer interested in world peace, Goku's vision aligned with the Army's goal of total domination. The world fell under the shadow of the Red Ribbon, with Goku as its weapon of mass destruction. As the world falls into darkness, a group of resistance fighters, including the Z fighters, rise up against Goku's reign. But with his immense strength and the support of the Red Ribbon Army, the resistance has no hope of defeating the unstoppable force that Goku has become. Can anyone challenge Goku, or is his tyranny destined to rule the Earth forever? Despite his power, Goku's rule would not last forever. The Z fighters, with their unyielding determination, would find a way to defeat the Red Ribbon Army and reclaim Earth. Goku's fall from grace would be a bitter one, as he faces the very people he once fought alongside. A hero, turned tyrant, then brought to his knees by the strength of his friends. After the defeat of Frieza, Goku's true potential began to surface, and the universe began to take notice. What if, instead of returning to Earth as a simple Saiyan warrior, Goku took his place as the ruler of all? With his boundless power, Goku could easily seize control of the universe. But would he be ready for such a responsibility? As Goku steps into his new role as the king of the universe, his leadership style is unlike any the cosmos has ever seen. He isn't a ruler through fear, but through respect, inspiring loyalty from his subjects. With the combined strength of the Saiyans, the Namekians, and other alien species, Goku's rule is a force to be reckoned with. With the entire universe under his rule, Goku begins to reshape the very fabric of existence. No longer must planets fear destruction, nor do they fear the tyrants like Frieza. Goku's reign brings peace and stability, but at what cost? The Z fighters question whether a universe ruled by one man, even Goku, is truly the right path. As Goku's power grows, so does the temptation to use it. With no major enemies left to defeat, Goku begins to face the dark side of absolute power, isolation, boredom, and the responsibility of maintaining peace. The once cheerful warrior finds himself questioning whether peace is worth the sacrifices required to keep it. Despite Goku's efforts to maintain peace, the Z fighters, especially Vegeta and Gohan, begin to question his authority. Is it truly right for one man to hold so much power? As Goku's old friends challenge him for the first time in years, a dramatic battle for the fate of the universe begins. In the end, Goku faces a difficult decision: to relinquish his throne and let the universe continue on its unpredictable path, or to maintain control and risk the destruction of all he's built. Goku realizes that true strength is not in ruling, but in knowing when to step down. He makes the ultimate sacrifice, stepping away from the throne for the greater good of the universe. Vegeta, always the proud Saiyan prince, has faced countless battles, but what if he surpassed all his limits? What if Vegeta unlocked a new transformation even beyond Super Saiyan Blue, a power so fierce it threatens to shake the very foundation of the universe? Vegeta's new form is beyond anything anyone has ever seen. His speed, strength, and power reach unimaginable heights, surpassing even Goku in certain areas. But with such overwhelming power, Vegeta begins to question whether he can control it. Will his pride be enough to handle the burden of this new transformation? Vegeta, now more powerful than ever, finds himself face to face with Goku, his greatest rival. This time, their battle isn't just for victory, but for supremacy. With Vegeta's new power threatening to eclipse everything, Goku must push his limits further than ever before to stand a chance. As the fight intensifies, Vegeta's power grows uncontrollably. Goku, recognizing the danger, tries to talk sense into his rival, but Vegeta's pride refuses to let him back down. In a moment of rage, Vegeta unleashes the full extent of his power, threatening to destroy the very planet they fight on. Vegeta's ultimate power comes at a great cost. While it grants him unmatched strength, it begins to take a toll on his body and mind. As he stands victorious over Goku, Vegeta's victory feels hollow, and he realizes that power, without balance, can be more of a curse than a blessing. After much reflection, Vegeta comes to a decision. He must let go of his ultimate power before it consumes him. Realizing that the true strength lies not in endless power, but in the ability to protect his loved ones and maintain his honor, Vegeta relinquishes his form, but not his pride. Frieza, the tyrant who has struck fear into the hearts of countless beings across the universe, is about to undergo the most unimaginable transformation. What if Frieza, instead of remaining the powerful alien emperor, became a Saiyan? What would happen if he unlocked the power of the Saiyan race? As Frieza's body begins to change, he feels the raw, untamed power of the Saiyan race coursing through him. His golden form shifts, becoming even more potent, more brutal. Now, Frieza is no longer just an emperor. He is a Saiyan warrior, capable of pushing the boundaries of his strength like never before. Frieza, now a Saiyan, stands against Goku. The two rivals, once enemies, now share a common power. But will Frieza's transformation be enough to defeat Goku, the most powerful Saiyan alive? The battle is fierce as Goku pushes his own limits, but Frieza's newfound abilities give him a new edge. As Frieza continues to fight, he begins to realize the limits of his new power. Although his Saiyan transformation grants him immense strength, it does not come without a cost. His body is unaccustomed to the Saiyan fighting style, and his arrogance continues to be his biggest flaw. Can Frieza overcome these weaknesses, or will they be his downfall? In the heat of battle, Frieza realizes that he must abandon his arrogance and learn to adapt to the Saiyan way of life. For the first time, he must learn the true meaning of fighting for the survival of his race. He pushes past his limits, accepting the Saiyan pride that he had always scorned. Frieza, now fully embracing his Saiyan power, enters his ultimate form. No longer the tyrant, he stands as a true warrior. In the final showdown with Goku, Frieza is not just fighting for dominance. He is fighting for honor, for survival. The battle escalates to an unimaginable scale, as both warriors reach the pinnacle of their power. In this alternate timeline, we explore what would happen if Vegeta was the first Saiyan to unlock the Super Saiyan God form. As the prince of all Saiyans, Vegeta has always struggled with the fact that Goku surpassed him. But what if it was Vegeta who achieved the divine power first? The balance of power in the Dragon Ball universe would shift dramatically. As Vegeta stands before the ancient ritual, he draws upon the power of his ancestors, tapping into the legendary power of the Super Saiyan God. The transformation is intense, as his Saiyan blood burns with divine energy. In a flash, Vegeta becomes the first to ascend to the power of a god. The universe trembles at the arrival of a new force. Vegeta's newfound power brings him face to face with Goku. No longer just rivals, the two Saiyan warriors now stand as equals. But Goku, never one to back down from a challenge, pushes his own limits to match Vegeta's godly power. The battle is fierce, as both warriors test their strength and resolve in an all-out clash. Vegeta's transformation comes with great consequences. While his power is undeniable, it comes at a cost. As the battle rages on, Vegeta begins to feel the toll of wielding such divine energy. His body is pushed to its limits, and the strain of maintaining his Super Saiyan God form becomes too much. Can Vegeta maintain control, or will the power consume him? As Vegeta struggles to maintain his godly form, a new threat emerges. A mysterious enemy, sensing the cosmic disturbance caused by Vegeta's transformation, arrives to challenge him. This new foe is powerful, perhaps even more dangerous than any opponent Vegeta has faced before. With his power on the verge of collapse, Vegeta must find a way to defeat this new adversary before it's too late. In the final battle, Vegeta faces his greatest challenge yet. With his godly form weakening, he must decide whether to continue pushing his limits or accept that his power has reached its peak. Will Vegeta's pride as a Saiyan push him to fight even harder, or will he learn to fight with wisdom and restraint? The fate of the universe may depend on this decision. In a world where Goku never meets Master Roshi, his path as a martial artist would be drastically different. Without the guidance of Roshi, Goku would still be a powerful fighter, but would he develop the discipline and wisdom that Roshi instilled in him? This new timeline is about to change the Dragon Ball universe forever. Without Master Roshi's wisdom, Goku's training becomes far more chaotic and unrefined. While his natural fighting instincts are sharp, he lacks the structure that would make him a true martial arts master. Goku struggles to balance his boundless energy and raw talent with the discipline required for real combat. Master Roshi taught Goku crucial techniques like the Kamehameha, the iconic move that would define his battles. Without Roshi's training, Goku never learns the Kamehameha wave. How will Goku face powerful foes like Piccolo and the Red Ribbon Army? Without the signature attack, he has to rely on pure physical strength and his untapped potential. Without Master Roshi's guidance, Goku's relationships with others might have turned out differently. Roshi's wisdom helped Goku grow not just as a fighter, but as a person. Would Goku still have met Krillin and formed their lifelong bond? Would he have still become friends with Bulma? And would he have found the strength to protect Earth? Without Roshi's teachings, Goku's first encounter with Piccolo is far more intense. With no Kamehameha to rely on, Goku uses sheer strength and his quick thinking to survive. However, the battle is much harder, and Goku is pushed to his limits. How will he defeat Piccolo without the aid of Roshi's powerful techniques? Despite not having Master Roshi's training, Goku still manages to protect Earth, but his journey is far more difficult. The absence of Roshi's influence changes Goku's character. He becomes a more reckless fighter, relying heavily on his instincts and power, but without the wisdom to control it. Can Goku truly become the hero the universe needs without the guidance of the Turtle Hermit? In this reality, Vegeta never experiences the change of heart that turned him into an ally of Goku and Earth's protector. Instead, he remains loyal to his Saiyan pride and continues his quest for dominance and power. As a result, he becomes an even more ruthless and dangerous enemy to the Z fighters. Without the influence of Goku's kindness and the lessons of his many battles, Vegeta's rivalry with Goku grows even more intense. Vegeta continues to see Goku as an inferior Saiyan, and their battles become more personal. Their fights escalate as Vegeta refuses to accept Goku's strength, seeing it as a challenge to his pride and status. Without the influence of Earth's heroes, Vegeta's descent into darkness accelerates. He no longer has any restraints, and his desire to conquer the universe leads him to form alliances with the most dangerous villains in the universe. Frieza, the androids, and even Cell would see Vegeta as a potential ally to help them conquer Earth and beyond. As Vegeta's power grows and his alliances with the universe's most dangerous foes solidify, the Z fighters must come together to face an even more dangerous threat. Goku, unable to rely on Vegeta's help, struggles to overcome his powerful rival. The Z fighters prepare for an all-out war, knowing that Earth's survival now depends on their ability to defeat not just Vegeta, but his allies as well. The final showdown between Goku and Vegeta is a battle like no other. With Vegeta fully embracing his Saiyan pride and darkness, and Goku fighting to protect the Earth, their fight escalates to unimaginable levels. As the planet shakes under the force of their blows, both warriors are pushed to their limits. But the question remains, who will stand victorious, and what will the future hold for Earth? In this alternate future, Vegeta's legacy is one of destruction and chaos. His refusal to change and his constant thirst for power result in a universe that fears him. With Earth destroyed and the universe plunged into war, Vegeta's name becomes synonymous with terror. Goku, along with the remaining fighters, is left to carry on the fight, knowing that the Saiyan Prince's darkness will never truly be defeated. In this alternate timeline, Goku is not the cheerful, pure-hearted Saiyan we know. Instead, he was born with a ruthless nature, influenced by the violent tendencies of the Saiyan race. From the moment Goku lands on Earth, he begins his mission to dominate and conquer, showing no mercy to anyone who gets in his way. Instead of growing up with kindness and fighting for justice, this Goku seeks only power. As he grows stronger, he confronts the Z fighters, turning them into his first enemies. The once heroic figures now find themselves facing the dark side of the Saiyan warrior, with Goku showing no hesitation in using his immense power to crush them. Goku's ambition leads him to conquer more than just Earth. His lust for power pushes him to seek alliances with the most feared villains in the universe. Together with Frieza, Cell, and even Majinbuu, Goku creates a formidable empire of darkness, spreading terror and destruction across the galaxy. As Goku's evil influence grows, the Z fighters are pushed to the brink. They must set aside their differences and join forces, not just to defeat Goku, but to save the universe from his reign of terror. However, they quickly realize that Goku's strength far exceeds anything they have encountered before. The final battle between Goku and the Z fighters is nothing short of catastrophic. Goku's dark power has reached unimaginable levels, and the Z fighters struggle to keep up. With Earth on the verge of destruction, Goku must be stopped. But is it possible to defeat a Saiyan who has embraced the dark side of his power? In the aftermath of the final battle, the universe is left broken and scarred by Goku's reign of terror. The Z fighters, while victorious, are left to rebuild their world and deal with the consequences of Goku's evil. Goku's legacy is one of fear, and his name is forever synonymous with the darkest side of the Saiyan race. In this alternate timeline, the Super Saiyan God transformation does not go to Goku. Instead, Vegeta, with his unwavering pride and determination, unlocks the power of the Super Saiyan God first. With his new divine power, Vegeta becomes an unstoppable force, and his transformation changes the course of history. Now possessing godly power, Vegeta quickly becomes the most powerful Saiyan in the universe. His combat abilities are unmatched, and even powerful foes like Frieza and Cell are no match for him. His pride in his new strength makes him even more dangerous and unpredictable. Vegeta's new power makes him a force to be reckoned with, but it also begins to create a rift between him and the Z fighters. Goku, who once sought to surpass Vegeta, is now forced to step back as Vegeta's godly power leaves him in the dust. The once fierce rivalry between them now turns into a complex relationship of admiration and tension. With his newfound strength, Vegeta takes on a new role as the protector of Earth. But this comes with its own set of challenges. As the new guardian of the planet, Vegeta must face threats on a cosmic scale. His divine power is put to the test when an ancient evil awakens, one that even Vegeta might not be able to defeat alone. As an ancient cosmic evil arises, Vegeta is forced to use every ounce of his divine power to protect Earth. The battle is fierce and destructive, with the fate of the universe hanging in the balance. Even with his overwhelming power, Vegeta begins to realize that to truly protect Earth, he must learn to work with others. After the battle is won, Vegeta reflects on his journey. His transformation into the Super Saiyan God has not only made him the strongest, but has also changed him. He now understands the value of teamwork and the importance of protecting the ones he loves. His legacy as the first Super Saiyan God will forever be remembered as the moment when a Saiyan finally embraced true heroism. Imagine a universe without Goku. In this alternate reality, the Saiyan child never reaches Earth. His pod crashes somewhere in the vastness of space, lost and never discovered. Without Goku's presence, Earth's fate is left to the Z fighters, who are unprepared for the powerful threats that will soon emerge. Without Goku's intervention, the story of Frieza's arrival on Earth plays out much differently. With no Saiyan warrior to stop him, Frieza arrives on Earth with his army, ready to conquer. The Z fighters must band together and face this new threat without the strongest Saiyan at their side. With Goku absent, Vegeta rises as the new defender of Earth. His pride as a Saiyan drives him to protect the planet, though he finds it difficult to trust others. Vegeta must rally the Z fighters and take on Frieza in a battle that tests his limits. Without Goku's power, Vegeta realizes that he must become stronger than ever before. As Frieza's forces invade, the Z fighters must step up in ways they never imagined. Piccolo, Gohan, and the others must rely on their own strength, while Vegeta faces off against Frieza in a fierce showdown. But even with their combined power, the Z fighters struggle to hold their ground. Without Goku's intervention, Earth seems doomed. Just as all hope seems lost, an unexpected savior appears. A powerful being, unknown to the Z fighters, arrives to help in their battle against Frieza. This new warrior brings a level of power that even Frieza cannot match. With this new ally, the Z fighters manage to turn the tide of the battle, but it's clear that without Goku, they must rely on teamwork and trust in one another to survive. In the aftermath of the battle, the Z fighters reflect on the sacrifice and the new reality of a universe without Goku. While they were able to save Earth, they know that the absence of the Saiyan who always stood at the center of their victories has left a permanent void. The Z fighters must now embrace their new roles as Earth's protectors, with the memory of Goku's spirit and legacy always in their hearts.